guys, and welcome to another battle report. So this one is, we decided to have a mini tournament, not a tournament, a league in a club. So we are 8 people and we play each other one time each, and the one with the most battle point after all of those 7 games is the winner of the tournament, or the league. The rules are very simple. We can make our list for every game, depending on what we think our opponent will bring. And I'm facing off opponents with only a Kingdom of Aquitaine army, so I decided to go for a Saurian army with some cool stuff. I would play Saurian Ancient before this game as well. So I start off with having a Salamander. Then I have a big unit of Saurian Warrior with Spear. They have the Piranha totem animal, so they cause us fear. In there I got a BSB with a 1 on armor save and a 5-up ward. Behind that I got a Trixcutus with the Altar of Snake Gods. Then I got the unit of Temple Gods. In there I got my General, a Saurian Warlord with a 1-up armor save, Sword of Strength, so +1 strength to him, as well as a 4-up regen. Then I got another Trixcutus with the last cannon on it. And then I got 2 Spike Lizards and a unit of Skink Braves. In there I got 4 Caimans and a Skink Priest on a Snake Altar, just because I love the model so much. It's a very cool model, so that's why I decided to use that model. And you can see the Snake Swarm, they are deploying as scout and I have not deployed them yet. So for my spell I got 3 spells: Summer Grove, Stone Skin, Master of Earth, and the train spell Oaken Throne. And here you can see where I scouted off my Snake Swarm. You can see in the middle of that hill there is a coin. There is another one 24 inches to the left of this picture as well, and those are the secondary objectives. And for the Kingdom of Aquitaine list, first off we got a unit of Knights of the Realm, a small 6-man unit with a musician. In there he got his Lord. The Lord is the Blessed Sword, Virtue of Might, 1-up reroll armor save build. Next to them he got a Grey Knights unit with 8 Grey Knights. In there he got his BSB with a 1-up reroll. He also got in that unit a Damsel who got Path of Shamanism, and then he got a Scorpion. Behind them he got a small Archer unit, Skirmish Bunker unit for the other Damsel, who is Path of Divination. Then he got that big Peasant Levy block with the Grey Reliquary in it. Behind that a Treb, another small Knights of the Realm unit, and then to the left of this picture he got 2 small 5-man units of Mounted Yeoman. Well, so for my first turn, I know I am outrange, and I know this particular player likes to hang back with his whole army and shoot in the beginning, so I decided to just push forward everything. I used Jungle Form. If you do not take care of them, I will charge his Scorpion, so we need to do something against them. So that is the plan. Either he charge them with something and then I can counter charge with my Temple Guard or my Saurian Spearman, or something else. So we will see how he will solve that problem. Well, no magic had any effect this turn, so for his turn he decided to charge the Snake Swarm with his Peasant Levy, which is okay, I guess, and he uses his fast cav, you can see, to stop my Temple Guard from counter charge them. His knights are still pretty far away from my Saurian Spearman, so I'm pretty okay with that. If he would make a charge, he would probably just make it with 1 or 2 of those units. 1 out of 2 of those units, hopefully. So I think I might be okay there. But anyway, yeah, that is his movement. Well, as for magic, he gets off Stars Line on his Treb with a miscast, and he blows off a couple of archers. as well as putting a wound on his damsel. And of course the peasant levy kill off the snake swarm without them being able to strike at all. And yeah, you can see here my temple guard have I think this is actually they have charged his small unit of fast cav, and I think I back away with my Saurian warrior because they have taken a trap shot, so there are not so many of them remaining, to be honest. So that's the plan. I do get off a Master of Earth, killing the remaining of his bowmen. I didn't manage to do anything to the damsel, unfortunately. I think he passes the ward save. And of course in combat the temple guard didn't have any problem at all killing off his fast cav. So for his turn, yeah, unfortunately it was the Grail Knights who made a charge into the Saurian warrior. I don't think he charged with the other unit, but anyway, he needed a 10 to make it, and he rolled a 10, unfortunately. So they are in. I think my best hope here is kill off his BSB and potentially some Grail Knights if I'm lucky. But I will probably just break there. His peasant levy charges my temple guard, and I think that's a good matchup since I got Path of Druidism. I can heal my guys, giving them stone skin, so I will be able to grind down his horde, hopefully pretty fast. I just need to kill that Great Reliquary to remove his blessing. But anyway, I'm pretty happy how this game developed, because now I have forced him to be aggressive, and I know he's like staying in the corner and doing charges late in the game. So I'm pretty happy with how things turn out, to taking the opponent player out of his preferred playstyle is something you should try to do when you know when you have faced an opponent a lot before. But anyway, let's see how things turn out. Other movements, he's faced off his Knights of the Realm, other unit, to face off my Skinks, and the other one just moved away, probably gonna take off the objective. But anyway, that's his movement. Well, in the combat with the Temple Guards, I think he killed 2 guys. I strike back, I kill a couple of levies, I do some wounds, not too much, onto the Great Reliquary, unfortunately. But yeah, I feel good about that combat. And as predicted, the Grail Knights managed to break my Spearman, but I did manage to kill off his BSB with my lethal attack armor piercing strength 4. He got the King's Blessing, so he only got a 6-up ward and a 3-up armor save. I don't even think he have reroll, he have lucky shield I think, so reroll the first fail. But he died, so that's very much appreciated. I then in my turn move up my skink unit to flank his peasant levy to get rid of them. And I charge my Triscutus into the flank of the Grail Knights because I can heal him. I got a 2-up armor save, toughness 5. And since he is not charging, he only strength 4, so I hope I can hold up that unit a bit, maybe use some crashing attack to kill some Grail Knights off. Would be appreciated, but that's the plan. On the other flank I move up my Spike Lizard and my Salamander to shoot at his Knights of the Realm, and that's it for my movement, turn 3. And I think he ward saved, or I missed the crushing attack, so I didn't do anything. I have a flank and I have the charge, I won, but he sticked. So for his turn 3, his peasant levy have suffered some more losses in combat, by the way. I didn't take a picture of it. I think his Reliquary is finally dead. But anyway, in his turn, his Ram unit have suffered some losses from my shooting. His Ram Knights couldn't see my Salamander, so they charged the Spike Lizard. I shoot at them, he failed a panic check because I killed one of them, and they run away, and hopefully they will run all the way home. And you can see here, he moves his Realm Knights to support, to a support position, and as well as his damsel, who cannot really get away. She have suffered 2 wounds now from yet another miscast, I think, to be honest. And you can also see there up in top his small unit of yeomen actually charges, or they moved in front of my salamander to stop him from charging the knights off the board. No, they must have actually charged my salamander, not just moved in front of him, just charged the salamander. I think he only had 1 wound remaining, so he might kill it and overrun into my skink and stopping them from charging the peasant levy in the flank if we're all good with the dice. In this combat I killed off his champion with a crushing attack, which is appreciated. And you can see his peasant levy have taken some heavy losses, but I think he is still steadfast precisely, and he haven't managed to do much to me at all. You can also see my salamander held off the peasant fastcab. So, well, in my turn 4, this skink unit have taken some heavy losses, I think, thanks to trebs, or the single treb, so to say. Charges the flank of the levy to get rid of them, and the spike lizard moves up. They couldn't charge the realm of the board, so they move up to shoot them dead instead. And you can basically see my whole army on this board actually. And of course in combat I did manage to get rid of his peasant levy. These kings pursue and caught them. The temple guard just swing around to take care of his grail knights in my turn 5. You can also see, unfortunately, his peasant cab have managed to kill off my salamander, unfortunately. For his turn 4, his lord with heroic lethal blow charges out the Triscutus into the flank to get rid of him. His Knights of the Realm move behind a hill to get out of the arc of my skinks and my temple guards. Well, this is a picture after my movement, but his 2 remaining knights rally. He moves his fast cav out of the sight of my spike lizards. Of course, his heroic lethal blow lord managed to kill off my what's it called, my Triscutus. So in his turn he didn't choose to overrun, he chose to face that way. So in my turn I charge him with the Triscutus first, hopefully just to terror charge him away actually, to be honest, so I could get into the Grey Knights. He passes his terror check and I fail the charge anyway, and I run in with my temple guard. I was pretty careful not to put my lord into base contact with his lord. He might do a challenge and I will just refuse with, and my lord, who isn't even in base contact, cannot strike him, and I hope my temple guard attacks can break him and manage to run him down if I can roll good enough for it. My spike lizard just move up to shoot off his remaining 2 Knights of the Realm in that unit. And after combat I do break the lord. I get stone skin off of my temple guard, so he couldn't do, I think he might have killed a temple guard, but nothing more than that. I break him, he flees and he runs that way. I pursue over into the Grey Knights, and I think that's a really good matchup for me, and I will make, hopefully, just kill off this Grey Knight unit, who is a crap ton of points. So for his turn 5 he moves his fast cab in front of my spike lizards, so that they cannot shoot at his 1 remaining Knights of the Realm, who is unfortunately scoring. So you can see the small coin lying there. His Knights of the Realm will actually move and take that, unfortunately, and you have another small unit of the Knights of the Realm who will take the other one on the hill, which I will contest as well with my skink unit, but since we are 1-1 scoring unit, none of us get that, and he will get 1 and he will score full point for the secondary objective, unfortunately. other bad news, his general did manage to rally and did not flee off the board. Well, I think his trap done some more works to my unit, and I don't have a lot of guys remaining in that unit, to be honest. So in my turn 6 I do get rid of those fast cap, but my spike lizard cannot unfortunately get rid of his one remaining knight of the realm. In my final turn I did manage to get rid of almost all of the Grail Knights. He only have 2 Grail Knights and his Damsel remaining, and hopefully I can break him in his turn 6. Final picture of the game, I couldn't. He got his Damsel remaining with 1 wound remaining, as well as his one of the Grail Knights. He passes his break check. I don't remember how much he lost by, but some at least. So it ended up in the end being a Kingdom Aquitaine victory thanks to secondary objective. He won by 11-9. But it was a fun game. I really appreciated 1.2. I think it got some easier to play. The smaller amount of points we're playing make it also faster to play, I think. So I would say 1.2 is actually a good upgrade, to be honest. But yeah, that's my thought. If you have any comments, post them below. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, have a nice one.